Some Disney World restaurants might look magical, but trust me, a few of them can ruin your trip faster than a Florida thunderstorm. We're talking overpriced food, endless waits, and meals so bad you'll wish you'd just grabbed a pretzel instead. Stick around because some of these are fan favorites, and you won't believe how bad they really are. Hey everyone, welcome back to Castle Compass. Today we're breaking down the Disney World restaurants that look incredible on the outside, but are total heartbreaks once you sit down. The hidden dining traps, overhyped must-do spots, and a few places even longtime Disney fans regret trying. By the end, you'll know exactly which restaurants to skip and where to go instead. Plus, the one place everyone swears by that might just be the biggest letdown in the entire park. If you love saving time and avoiding Disney disasters, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into it. Number 10. Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe in Magic Kingdom. Cosmic Rays is what happens when nostalgia and convenience team up to trick guests into mediocrity. You walk in, there's loud music, neon lighting, and a singing alien named Sunny Eclipse performing a lounge act from the early 2000s. It feels fun until you sit down and realize your burger's dry, your fries are limp, and your drink machine's out of ice. Cosmic Rays is easily one of the busiest quick-service restaurants in Disney World, and that's part of the problem. It's a cafeteria disguised as a space show. The food is mass-produced, the lines are chaotic, and by the time you find a table, you've already lost 40 minutes of park time. And sure, it's air-conditioned, but honestly, so is the gift shop next door. If you're craving something quick in Magic Kingdom, head to Columbia Harbor House instead. It's quieter, has real seating upstairs, and serves grilled salmon, shrimp, and lobster rolls that actually taste like they belong in 2025, not a 1999 mall food court. And here's the pattern you'll start noticing. The more iconic a Disney restaurant looks, the more likely it is to be a trap. Cosmic Rays is a perfect example. Big, loud, busy, and all smoke, no flavor. And speaking of restaurants that use nostalgia to cover mediocrity, Number 9. Tony's Town Square Restaurant, also in Magic Kingdom. Tony's has everything going for it on paper. Main Street location, Lady and the Tramp theming, cute little patio view for parades. But here's the thing. It's one of the most consistently disappointing restaurants in the entire park. The Italian food is basic, and not in the cozy, comforting way. We're talking jarred marinara, overcooked pasta, and bread that could double as a doorstop. People book Tony's expecting that romantic Lady and the Tramp spaghetti moment. What they get is one bite of spaghetti and a $30 reminder that theming can't save flavor. And this is where Disney psychology really kicks in. They know the nostalgia of Lady and the Tramp sells the reservation. You're not paying for a great meal. You're paying for the idea of it. It's not that Tony's is the worst food in the park, it's that it's aggressively average while charging table service prices. And that combination, nostalgia plus mediocrity, is exactly how Disney quietly makes millions every year. If you want genuinely good Italian food, head to Via Napoli in Epcot. You'll get authentic Neapolitan pizza baked in imported stone ovens, and the difference in quality is night and day. Tony's, it's a one-and-done experience. You try it once, and that's enough for a lifetime. And while Tony's struggles with identity, the next one can't even decide what kind of restaurant it wants to be. Number 8. ABC Commissary in Hollywood Studios. Now, this one's interesting, because ABC Commissary has had an identity crisis for years. Is it a burger spot, a taco joint, a Mediterranean cafe? It depends on the week. The theme doesn't help either. It's supposed to celebrate ABC television studios, but that connection is about as thrilling as a rerun of Grey's Anatomy during lunch rush. Here's the problem. When a restaurant doesn't know what it is, the food shows it. One visit, you might get a decent shrimp taco. The next, it's cold by the time you find a seat. The menu changes constantly, which sounds fun, until you realize Disney's using it to mask inconsistency. It's clean, it's fine, but it feels like eating in an airport terminal. The decor is sterile, the sound echoes off the walls, and you can practically feel how rushed everything is. Hollywood Studios has plenty of strong options. Docking Bay 7 and Galaxy's Edge has creative, flavorful dishes that actually feel themed. Even Woody's Lunchbox has better tasting comfort food at half the price. ABC Commissary is the definition of just because it's in Disney doesn't mean it's special. It's the culinary equivalent of filler. It keeps you alive, but you won't remember it by the time you hit Tower of Terror. But at least ABC Commissary tries to experiment. The next one? It's stuck in the past, and it shows in every bite. Number 7. Restaurantosaurus in Animal Kingdom. Now this one hurts a little because the theme is genius. College students turn their dorm into a dino-themed burger joint? That's peak Disney creativity. But the food, it's what you find at a gas station with better lighting. Restaurantosaurus used to be a hidden gem years ago, but now it's all generic. Burgers, chicken nuggets, fries, and zero spark. They've barely updated the menu in a decade, and it feels like it. It's one of those spots where you can tell Disney's relying entirely on the theme to sell the experience, not the food. And in a park like Animal Kingdom, where places like Satuli Canteen and Flame Tree Barbecue are knocking it out of the park with creative, flavorful dishes, settling for Restaurantosaurus just feels wrong. It's safe, sure, but safe isn't why you come to Animal Kingdom. If you're going to eat surrounded by dinosaurs, at least give me something I'll remember. And this is where our bigger picture starts forming. Disney's worst restaurants share a common DNA. They're easy to find, easy to book, and rely on branding instead of flavor. And once you start seeing that pattern, you'll never fall for it again. Because the next restaurant on our list, it proves that even the most beautiful views can't make up for bad food. Quick heads up, if you're planning a trip soon, I've linked Undercover Tourist below. That's where I grab discounted park tickets without paying full Disney prices. Totally legit, same magic, just cheaper. Number 6. Coral Reef Restaurant in Epcot. Now, let's talk about Coral Reef, one of the prettiest dining rooms in all of Disney World. Floor-to-ceiling aquarium windows, sea turtles swimming by, sharks gliding past. It's like dining inside Finding Nemo. It's gorgeous. But once the food hits the table, it all falls apart. For a seafood restaurant, the food just doesn't taste fresh. The portions are tiny, the flavor's underwhelming, and the menu feels like it hasn't changed since 2004. You're paying top-tier prices for mid-tier food, all because of that stunning view. And Disney knows it. They keep Coral Reef alive because it photographs beautifully. Guests post pictures, rave about the atmosphere, and quietly leave disappointed. If you want seafood that actually delivers, go to the Boathouse at Disney Springs. Same price point, far better food, and still on the water. Coral Reef is the perfect example of how Disney can wrap mediocrity in magic and make you think it's worth the cost, until the bill comes. If you think overpriced seafood is bad, it actually gets worse. Because the next few restaurants, they take everything Disney does best, nostalgia, characters, atmosphere, and twist it into pure disappointment. These aren't just bad meals, they're traps built on emotion. And the next one might be the most painful example of that, a place that proves even a room full of Disney characters can't save a bad buffet. Also, if you love this kind of insider stuff, we've got a free school community where I share trip planners, Disney dining maps, and behind-the-scenes tips from the parks. It's linked below. It's like the VIP lounge for Disney fans who actually want to travel smart. Number 5. Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios. Now, we're stepping into the world of character dining, the kind of restaurant that promises smiles, magic, and Mickey-shaped everything. Hollywood and Vine should be one of those places that defines Disney magic. You get to meet Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and friends in themed costumes. The decorations change with the seasons, and on the surface, it looks like the perfect family experience. But in reality, it's the definition of all show, no flavor. Hollywood and Vine is a buffet that feels stuck in time, like you just walked into a mid-2000s convention center brunch. The food looks plentiful, but once you dig in, it's painfully average. overcooked meats, lukewarm mac and cheese, and desserts that photograph better than they taste. You're paying premium prices for food that would barely pass at a low-tier casino buffet. The kicker? It's not even cheap. You're paying $55 to $60 per adult, and the only thing that keeps most people smiling is the character interaction, which is great for a few minutes, but once the novelty wears off, you're left staring at a $200 bill and wondering, what just happened? Disney knows this, of course. Hollywood Studios doesn't have a ton of table service options, and Hollywood and Vine has a built-in market. Parents who want to make their kids happy. The promise of Mickey and Friends keeps it booked solid. Parents see that promotional photo of Minnie in a seasonal outfit and think, well, that'll be worth it. But after your third spoonful of cold mashed potatoes, reality sets in. You realize you've paid top-tier money for mid-tier food and a few rushed photos. The atmosphere's loud, the food's forgettable, and the entire experience feels like a checkbox. Something you do once just to say you did it. If you want character dining that actually feels magical, go to Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. The food there is packed with flavor, inspired by African cuisine but still family-friendly, and the characters interact with genuine energy. It feels personal. It feels like Disney tried. Hollywood and Vine? It feels like they gave up years ago and just kept the sign lit. And speaking of nostalgia that's overstayed its welcome, number 4, Chef Mickey's in Disney's Contemporary Resort. This one's going to sting a bit, because Chef Mickey's is practically a Disney institution. For a lot of families, it's the restaurant that defines their first Disney trip. You're in the heart of the Contemporary Resort. Monorails glide by overhead. Mickey and friends visit your table. It's classic Disney magic, right? Well, yes, until you taste the food. Chef Mickey's is loud, chaotic, and, for the price you're paying, shockingly mediocre. The eggs are powdered, the bacon's rubbery, the waffles are cold before they reach your plate, and the coffee tastes like it's been brewed since sunrise. You'll hear laughter, monorail horns, and the occasional cry from a tired toddler, all blending into a soundscape that makes you question your life choices by the second cup of coffee. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone should experience it once, especially if it's your first trip or you've got little kids who will light up seeing Mickey walk over to their table. It's a rite of passage, but after that first time, there's absolutely no reason to go back. Once the nostalgia wears off, the cracks show fast. You're paying over $50 per adult for a buffet that tastes like it's been running on autopilot since the 90s, and Disney doesn't need to fix it because people keep booking it out of tradition. That's what makes this one sting, because they know it doesn't have to be great because nostalgia sells itself. If you want that same Mickey breakfast energy but with food that feels premium, go to Topolino's Terrace at Disney's Riviera Resort. It's elegant, calm, and the food is genuinely restaurant quality. Plus, the character interactions are slower, more personal, and less chaotic. It's what Chef Mickey's wants to be, but with actual finesse. Chef Mickey's is the dining version of your high school prom. It's fun, it's iconic, it makes for great memories, but you probably don't need to relive it every year pretending it's still magical. Now we've covered the restaurants that disappoint quietly, the ones that fool you with nostalgia or convenience, but the next one? It's full-on illusion. It looks like Disney magic incarnate, but behind the thunder and flashing lights, it's just another chain restaurant hiding under the Disney umbrella. Number 3, Rainforest Cafe in Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs. Every Disney rookie walks past this one and thinks, oh wow, that looks amazing. Giant trees, animatronic animals, thunderstorm sound effects. It's immersive, loud, and feels like stepping into a Disney-made jungle, but here's the twist. Rainforest Cafe isn't even owned by Disney. It's run by Landry's, the same company behind Bubba Gump Shrimp Company and T-Rex Cafe. It's not even unique to Disney at all. You can find one in random malls across America. But because it's sitting right outside Animal Kingdom and in Disney Springs, people assume it's a special experience. The food, average at best. Burgers, pastas, fajitas, all serviceable, none of it memorable. But the prices? Pure Disney markup. You're paying premium prices for what's essentially chain restaurant fare. You'll spend over $100 for 2 people, and the best part of your meal will be when the fake thunderstorm starts. And yet, it's always packed. Why? Because Disney has mastered the illusion of exclusivity. Guests think, well, we can't eat here anywhere else, not realizing there's probably a rainforest cafe within an hour of their own hometown. It's not that it's bad, it's just nowhere near worth the wait or the price. If you're at Animal Kingdom, do yourself a favor and walk literally 50 feet to Yak and Yeti or Nomad Lounge. Those are Disney-operated, unique, and legitimately good. Yak and Yeti has rich, flavorful Asian-inspired dishes, and Nomad Lounge is perfect for relaxing with high-quality small plates and drinks. Rainforest Cafe feels like a trap, one designed to look fun enough that you forget you're eating microwave tier food in a gift shop with thunder noises. And if you thought Rainforest Cafe was a Disney illusion, wait till you hear about the next one. It's got charm, nostalgia, and one of Disney's most beloved themes. But it serves some of the worst food in the parks. Number 2, Pizza Rizzo in Hollywood Studios. You'd think a Muppets-themed pizzeria would be a home run. It sounds fun, it's got personality, and it's in one of the most iconic areas of Hollywood Studios. But Pizza Rizzo manages to fail on every level. The pizza crust is dense and flavorless, the sauce tastes like it came from a can, and the cheese? Well, calling it cheese might be generous. It's dry, rubbery, and weirdly oily all at once. It's the kind of pizza that makes you question your life choices halfway through the first bite. The building itself is great. It's got 2 floors of seating, cute details, and even a wedding reception area upstairs with cheesy disco music and lights. It's clever, it's themed, and it's totally wasted on the food they serve. Disney has struggled with pizza for years. They've proven they can do it well. Via Napoli and Epcot is phenomenal, and Blaze Pizza in Disney Springs consistently delivers great quality, but Pizza Rizzo feels like Disney gave up halfway through the recipe. Here's the red flag: it's almost never crowded. You can walk in on a busy day and find a table instantly. That's rare at Disney, and it's not a coincidence. Even casual guests find it out fast, one bite, and they don't come back. If you just want a place to sit in the air conditioning, fine. But if you actually want something edible, skip it. Grab a charcuterie board and a pretzel from Baseline Tap House instead. It's faster, fresher, and way more satisfying. Pizza Rizzo is a disaster. It's just disappointing. And disappointment, more than anything, is what breaks the Disney dining magic. You expect joy, you expect quality, you expect that feeling of, wow, they thought of everything. And when you get a slice of something that tastes like cafeteria food in a park that costs $150 to enter, it stings. And speaking of stings, the next restaurant isn't just disappointing, it's heartbreaking. It's the one that everyone dreams of, books months in advance, and walks out feeling quietly let down. Number 1, Be Our Guest restaurant in Magic Kingdom. Oh, you knew this one was coming. Be Our Guest is the crown jewel of Disney dining, the one that looks like perfection. You're eating inside the Beast Castle, under glittering chandeliers, with the ballroom and the West Wing flickering around you. It's a masterpiece of design. The atmosphere is stunning, the experience feels magical. Until the food comes out. Be Our Guest used to be incredible. When it opened, breakfast and lunch were quick service, affordable, fast, and actually good. But Disney switched it into a prefixed dinner-style service, and everything changed. Now you're paying around $70 per adult for a 3-course meal that looks fine, but rarely tastes special. The portions are small, the flavor's underwhelming, and the menu hasn't evolved much in years. You're not paying for quality, you're paying for ambiance. Disney leans on the setting so hard that most guests don't even realize how average the food is until they leave. You get wrapped up in the music, the decor, the occasional sighting of the Beast walking through the dining room. And then suddenly, you're staring at the check, realizing you just paid hundreds of dollars for a meal you'll forget tomorrow. It's not a bad experience, it's just a hollow one. It feels magical in the moment, but the magic doesn't stick. Be Our Guest is the perfect symbol of what happens when Disney relies too much on theming and forgets about flavor. If you want fine dining that actually delivers, go to California Grill or Topolino's Terrace. You'll get fireworks views, elegant dishes, and food that feels worth the price. Be Our Guest is still worth seeing once, but for the love of Lumiere, don't go for the food. So what do all these restaurants have in common? They're not disasters. They're not inedible, but they fail the promise of Disney. You go in expecting magic, flavor, and value, and instead you get chaos, crowds, and sometimes cold food. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the most overrated Disney World restaurant you've tried, and what would you pick instead? Drop your story in the comments, and if you're planning your next Disney trip, click on the video on the screen right now where I ranked every Disney World hotel. It'll help you find the perfect place to stay and avoid the ones that aren't worth it. Because your adventure is just beginning.